Welcome back to Glastonbury Tor-Nament. This is the plate semi-final with LED taking on Dobby's army. Benji Reese alongside the main man, Ed Shardlow, with a bad start for Dobby's army.
Good afternoon, Benji.
How are you doing? Sorry, Will, we can't turn the cricket on. It's on lunch. So there's nothing, so, you know, also there's much more important sport going on here, clearly. Get your act together. Oh, going with a scuba, a little bit expansive, just about worked out. There's an inside shot. Oh, it's behind. Should have gone out earlier, but he just holstered it for a split second, and that meant that by the time it was thrown, it was already too late. I don't think there's a round backhand that would also be an available option. Nice underneath option. Dobby's army look deep. They've got a big man who's got a little bit of separation. Springs it up, and everyone's going to the wrong side of the end zone. There's a wide open player there, and Dobby's army punching the first point for 1-0. How are you feeling? I say this morning, this afternoon, Ed.
I'm feeling very well, yeah, splendid. Everything going swimmingly.
Not a little bit worse for her after last night?
No, all the better for it, really.
Happy with the way the power tokens played out?
I think so, yeah. I think it was a good influence. I think it encouraged people to do calls and to, you know, have a little bit friendly rivalry with some of the other teams. And ultimately, it also meant we had a nice pumping full dance floor. So yeah, objectives achieved.
Okay, well that's probably the best way you've done the transition of that so far this week. That's, by the way, that talk out of 7 is 7 for today, not 7 over the course of the weekend.
It's the first appearance at Glastonbury for Dobby's army this year.
So, with obviously all the power tokens were Harry Potter themed.
Indeed.
But the party wasn't.
Or was it?
No.
Did you not feel magic tingling in your fingertips?
No.
No?
No.
Okay, maybe that's something to work on for next year.
Because I know there was a theme last year and people didn't really pay attention to it.
Yeah, I just throw a lot of ideas out there and see which ones stick, to be honest.
I like the power tokens. However, I would change what they did.
What would you suggest that we should have as a power token?
So, what, actually as a power token?
What effect do you think it should...
I think all the power tokens should be Benji's choice of music.
Right. The problem is that if I ask someone else, they'll probably say it should be their choice of music.
Yeah, but they're wrong.
They'll probably say the same thing about you.
Yeah, but...
This is the trouble, you see.
They're wrong.
That's why you have a DJ, really.
Hey, I'll DJ it next year.
No, you won't.
Why not?
Because that's the reason I run this tournament.
So it's what, just so you can DJ?
Just so I can DJ and appear on YouTube.
And just so you can DJ at a party?
Well, to a degree. You know, I want to ensure that other people enjoy the party as well, and that's the art of a good set list is to, you know, get people in the mood.
Go with the flow.
Yeah, you've also sometimes got to play things that you deliberately know that people might kind of just wind it down a bit, so that they then have the capacity to wind it back up later. That's
no. People think a mixtape should be rise and fall. It should be all rise, and not in a blue sense. Although I wouldn't be against that. Also, the one that really annoyed me was to play 3 songs of your choice power token.
I mean, that's as close as Benji's choice of music as we got.
Well, the problem was that the choices of music were terrible.
That's the problem with one person's choice of music.
No, it's the problem with that person's choice of music.
Yeah, that's true. But you never know what that person is until they choose their music.
Yeah, I guess so. Hey, when we got the super furry chili pumpkins on, that was great.
Yeah.
Good job I found that power token.
I'd say that was almost a 25-year anniversary set list. You know, we've it's 25 years since '94, which is kind of the dawn of the Britpop era.
Yeah, the battle of Britpop, Blur versus Oasis.
All those greats, and a lot of underrated bands that are largely forgotten about now.
I mean, my answer to the Blur versus Oasis debate was always Supergrass.
Right. Well, these Animal Men, perhaps.
Oh, just about got that one past. That's a nice take there for Dobby's Army, going up 2-1. Yeah, I think overall the party was a success. It felt a
Good.
little bit tamer than it's been in previous years.
Well, maybe that's the influence of the Masters. The Masters go for longevity rather than intensity.
Yeah, but I think the problem is that there just weren't enough of people there who weren't masters. I
Well,
I felt like in previous years it's been I feel you're underselling it. It is the most important member of the media crew. AD breaking again. That's 5 on the bounce now for them. They've gone 7-3 up. And Ultra Tight, first stanza of this game. AD really putting Dobby's army to the sword here. I always remember the crumpets. How are they? Pretty burned.
Do you want one?
You know, I still kind of do, yeah.
You can butter them yourself, though.
No. Don't you know who I am?
Oh, Ed's going to go for it.
I'm Benji Boomerang Reese.
Oh, that one's cut in half perfectly. There's some butter.
Have half a crumpet.
I don't think we can buy peanut butter. Big fan of peanut butter.
If you go over to the Mexicans, Jill had some peanut butter.
Knife somewhere other than this one?
No, you've only got the sharp one.
Back to work.
Big blade over the top. And it somehow bisected the 2 receivers. So LED, if they can march the disc all the way, I was going to say the full 70. There's no way this is a full 70 central zone. They can take it into half. Currently 7-3 up. LED. Oh no, there's a dog coming behind.
Oh, she can have it. It's alright.
And LED looking big, and the big shot works as well.
That one's gone. Jesus.
So LED breaking to go into half. That's 6 points on a row for them now. Breaking to go into half. That's 6 points on a row for them now. And they're going to take an 8-3 lead into the second period of this game.
Careful, mate.
8-3 lead into the second period of this game.
Careful, mate.
Welcome back to Glasgow, everybody. Apologies for the technical gremlins that plagued that first half. We seem to have sorted them all out now. In this plate semi-final, LED leading Dobby's Army 8-3, a game that was tight at the start. LED had begun to race away with. And they want to begin the second half much the same way they entered the first. A big deep shot right on the spot. And they go up 9-3. You enjoy your half-time crumpet, Ed?
That's a lovely crumpet.
You know what? I very much enjoyed mine. Had it with one of those classic cheese, like burger cheese singles. Calling it cheese, I think, is a little bit, you know, optimistic, but it seemed to work. I might have another one. Is that outlandish?
What? That one there.
Oh, is there another half a crumpet there?
There is half a crumpet there.
Oh, well, and there's another dog that's come around. There's a very good boy who was lurking behind our booth. Actually, I am gonna have this other half a crumpet. You know,
Go for it.
it looks too good to waste.
I mean, brunch is the best meal of the day, isn't it? I'm sure we're in agreement there.
It's just like breakfast with booze.
Well, yeah, or just breakfast any time of the day, really.
Dobby's Army finally able to get a little bit of a yardage gainer there, and they put a big deep one up. That stuck straight in the claw. Takes the reset. There's a thumber to the far side if they want it. Oh, no one ever looks for the thumber. Nice little low release backhand out into space though. Juking into the reset space, clears out. Fakes that inside flick, goes for it at the second attempt, past the first receiver. Nice back up, getting low to the ground, keeping it alive, and getting the goal. Finally ending a 7-point run from LED, closing the gap, but they're massively behind still at 9-4. So how many years have you been running Glastonbury Tor-Nament now, Ed?
This is my third year running it, but I think I've been to every single one, and it's 20 years old this year. It started in 1999.
That's impressive.
It's a tournament that's been running since the last millennium.
Hang on. If it started in 1999, wouldn't this be the 21st edition?
It is the 21st edition, but it is the
20th anniversary. Yeah, gotcha.
It's a little quirk of dates and how they work.
So who used to run it before you did?
The janitors, effectively, in various different combinations. They found this venue as a place for Ultimate a long time back, and then the first one was actually nicknamed the Gunslinger. Had a sort of West Country / Wild West Country sort of vibe to it. And yeah, they ran it for many years, but eventually, you know, life caught up with them, and they felt that they didn't really have the energy and time to do it anymore. But I've always loved it, and so I stepped in and said, sure, I'll maintain the tradition and perhaps see if I can't take it somewhere into 2019.
And it's been another fantastic edition here in the shadow of the tour. Nice up line cut there. But there's no continuation of movement off that. So they're just going to put the speculative scuba up, but they've had so much success with those this game. Why not keep going back to that well?
If it ain't broke.
Well, exactly. 10-4 now, LED lead. We definitely had a pickle graphic randomly appear on the screen there. Not sure what that was about, but if they're telling me I should have one, I won't say no. One for you, Ed?
I'll have a pickle.
Hell yeah.
Benji.
That's all right.
It was many years that I'd been coming here before I ever went up the tour.
I've still never been up.
You really have to go. It adds a whole other dimension to it. It's a fairly easy walking distance. You can get up there on foot in about half an hour from the site here. And it's not a particularly high sort of feature of the landscape, but in fact, because the surrounding landscape is incredibly flat, you get fantastic views from up there.
Last year, I think, would have been the year to do it when it was the autumnal equinox.
Possibly, although the weather wasn't that conducive to it, I think.
No, certainly it's much nicer this year. The problem is I'm too busy working all the time now I'm here.
There is that. We often find there's a little bit of a lull after games on Saturday and before the party really gets started. People often go into town for, you know...
What we really need to do is shrink the Masters division so we can get it done nice and quickly on the Saturday, so we can got plenty of time to go up the tour in the evening.
It's an idea. I'd say that, you know, perhaps as a sport we want to grow that division though rather than shrink it.
Yeah, okay. We'll grow it so much that it's over 2 days, so we don't have to go up so we don't have to run so many games on the Saturday.
To be honest, even if we had it over 2 pitches on the Saturday, then that would mean that we'd get it all done with quicker.
There we go. That's the move, Ed. Well, we just need to recruit more Masters teams
and more TV crew.
I don't know. We had 3 last year. There's 4 of us this year. You know, we're growing in number every year. That's maths. Ooh, just tipped it out of the sideline. I say 4 actually. That's unfair. There's clearly 5 of us here. We've got Dom, Will, Des, me, and the Toasty Maker.
Don't forget your most important team member.
Yeah, I know. So that is incredibly poor form of me. I won't do it again.
I feel like the Toasty Maker deserves a nickname of some sort.
Yeah, we've all got our own call signs. The Toasty Maker should have one as well. Jaffa. Jaffler. Jaffler. Sounds like one of those terrible Aussie slangs. Like Chuz was us. Hang on a minute. If we've got the hooter here, does this mean we decide when the game ends?
No, the schedule decides when the game ends.
Can I still use the hooter?
Do you want to use the hooter?
Yeah, when the game ends.
Have you got experience of using a hooter, Benji?
Oh, that's a really nice high snag. Yeah, at G-Spot this year, I taught all my teammates how to use air horn hands.
Air horn hands?
Yeah, so you hold out your left hand.
Yeah.
And use your right index finger, press down on the palm. It
Right.
goes like this.
Wow.
Yeah. Passed on to my entire team.
Does that.
So on the rare occasions that we scored, everyone would run the pitch and use their air horn hands. It was great.
That sounds excellent.
Oh, that's a lovely pan out. Well played, lads. Well played. Speaking of well played, what a nice snag as well. Will, did you try to admonish me for not being professional at Glastonbury? He's put the wrong graphic up. No, you had your chance, you blew it. If you'd put the right graphic up first time, you might have got away with it. Putting more exclamation marks on it isn't going to make me do it.
The pickle goes very well with the cheese, I'd say. There's nothing revolutionary about that, but
What, cheese and pickle?
it's worth bearing in mind.
It's definitely him. It's definitely him. Get the graphic up. Get the graphic up. He's wearing the hat. He's wearing the socks. He's got all the gear. Oh, this is deep. He's throwing his hat off, and that's why he made the catch. If that hat stayed on, he never would have been able to do it. But he threw that hat to the ground, and that meant he could make the catch. Smart frisbee there. Nice. Quick underneath option. Immediately put it deep. And here we are. This is the key play there. Flips the hat off the back of the head. Veteran move. I might cut myself off some of this Mexicana cheese.
Yeah, interesting. Again, try it with the pickle.
I'll be honest. It's quite a lot on its own.
Yeah, I think the pickle might offset that, though. You know.
I don't know.
Like a fine cocktail. You know, the various potent ingredients all cancel each other out.
I feel like I just need to test the waters with it first.
Let's have a go.
That's actually really good. Oh, there we go.
Do you all bring your own cheese?
We went to Morrison's on Friday when we got here. Wow, that packs a punch.
Mm.
Holy hell. Woo! Oh, I need some sort of liquid refreshment. Wow, that was a lot spicier than I anticipated that being. You know what? I think I'll just stick with the beer. I mean, water. What is going on this point? Do people not want to complete passes? Oh, here we go. This is big. Oh, he's put a little bit of inside-out shape on it. That's a throw, but well defended. This point's becoming a little bit of a turn fest, I think. You got a bottle opener on your head?
I'm afraid not.
Hey, mysterious media tent. Could someone bring me a bottle opener, please? I'm not falling for that one again, Fluff.
So you just want an opener?
Yeah.
Do you actually want a cold one?
Do we have cold ones? Yeah. Obviously, I'll take a cold one. Oh, this is big. This looks good. He's got separation. Kept the defender sealed away on the backside.
Nice throw, you Ning Nong.
By the way, stop trying to make Ning Nong happen. It's not going to happen. Well, to be fair, this throw is absolute fetch. Look at that. So fetch. Oh, is that 8? Is that 8 on the tour count today? What's the Somerset drink of choice here? Is it the cider brandy?
Yeah, I mean, cider brandy is the protected designation of Somerset.
Is it really?
It is indeed.
I did not know that.
No one else can brew cider brandy.
Wow. I don't know. I bet you could do it like illegally, like moonshine some in your basement.
Yeah, but you just couldn't sell it as cider brandy.
What would you have to sell it as?
Fortified cider or something of that nature.
What if you did
I'm
it?
not sure you can actually sell homebrew in any case, can you? It's there's various licensing and regulatory laws around the sale of alcohol.
All right, Dad, settle down.
But
What if-
hypothetically,
What if it was like a combination of that and France? Could you get cider cognac?
now that sounds interesting. I wouldn't put it past the cider brandy people to also have cider cognac, but again, are we dealing with another protected designation there?
I mean, in terms of, protected designation of Somerset, cider brand is not even the best one of those.
What is?
Cheddar.
Yeah. I took a walk down, or actually more over the top of Cheddar Gorge last year. Very nice walk through the Mendips.
Cheddar Gorge, one of my favourite parlour games.
I'm not familiar with that one.
Oh, it's the one you take it in turns to say a word and build a story, but the aim is that you can't finish the sentence.
Yeah.
It's a favourite of, if you've ever listened to any, I'm sorry I haven't a clue.
I'm aware of their work. Fine, sterling work it is.
Excellent. Yeah, I do like this part of the world. I don't spend enough time here, but I've had a few camping holidays down here. I've explored the caves of Wookiee Hole, which is disappointingly empty of Wookiees.
No Ewoks even.
No. It's like, why would you call it that and then not even have them there, honestly? It's a disgrace. It was 2002, first trip down here. I remember because we were camping in Cheddar and the World Cup was on at the same time.
I see.
We sat around in the clubhouse and watched England scrape away a win over Argentina. Looks like Predator forgot to unplug the toasty maker. He's doing a very bad idea here. He's trying to roast a tomato in there. He's going to forget about it instantly, and it's going to stick to it. Guaranteed it. Nice little high release backhand down the line. There's a hammer towards the far side. Go on, do it. Oh, boring. At least do the IO thumber if you're not going to do the hammer.
Pretty sure the thumber was on there.
The thumber's always on if you throw it with the right angle. Oh, there's the hammer. I put that down to receiver error. He had a hand there and just couldn't bring it in. Look, he's got position on that and he just doesn't attack it properly. Oh, he's showing that scuba grip for a little bit. He's gone back to it and oh my word. That is filth. And not in a good sense.
Well, it's no surprise that we're seeing a little bit of Sunday Ultimate creeping into this match.
I mean, to be fair, they've been doing that all game, and that's the first one that's really come out weird. That's a big old hammer, and that's going to work. That looks like... Is that a cloud in the background I can see walking across the pitch? A cloud with very pointy ears. Oh, look at that. What do we think? Good boy? I reckon at least a 13 out of 10. Yeah! See? They know. Oh, look, it's spending a little bit of time in Mexico.
Chihuahua, perhaps.
That's the biggest chihuahua I've ever seen, in that case.
No, as in Chihuahua in Mexico.
Yes, I know. I'd like to go to Mexico at some point.
I've never been myself.
Seems like a fun,
Heard
colourful
good
place.
things.
I like the beer, I like the food, I like the weather.
I have a Mexican cousin.
Do you? Do you really, or is this just a bad joke?
No. There's nothing funny about it, really.
Oh, okay. Hello, here's a big one. Here's a big one. Oh, he did the hard work and he got up to it. And then just couldn't make the catch. What an idiot. There's a nice little bit of banter going on between the teams. Oh, they've turned it over back immediately. Just further emphasising that it should have been a score.
It seemed to me like this was LED's game to lose, really, and now it seems like they may be giving that loss a fair go.
It is still very much their game to lose, but well, maybe they want to lose it. Oh, hello. Well, that's fine. Good communication there. First receiver leaving it, allowing his teammate to get it up. Phrasing. Now they got 12-7.
Both teams will have a game off following this game, so they really have
No,
no reason not to give it all.
yeah, we've got the bronze medal match coming up next, and before the final takes place, last game of the day. Are there bronze medals?
No, we may still have some cider left over though, so we could always substitute that if need be.
I mean, it's about the right colour, isn't it?
Yeah, quite. No, the prizes on offer at Glastonbury are obviously the tournament trophy, which is a little replica of the tour, which is a very nice little piece, if I do say myself.
It's adorable, Ed. It's absolutely adorable.
The most coveted prize is, and perhaps quite rightly, the Spirit Prize.
Yes, which is not spirits.
Which, no, indeed, it's a replica knight's helmet, a mark of honour and chivalry. And then we have the party prize, and the party prize is a 20-year bottle of cider brandy. It's I have it on very good authority from the winners of last year's party prize that this is a very fine and smooth drink.
Who was the winners of last year's party prize?
That was the janitors, the mild-mannered janitors. Also, the winners of nationals.
The same mild-mannered janitors who used to run this tournament.
Indeed.
Well,
it's a home fixture for them. They probably have a home advantage.
Emphasis on the fix there, I guess.
And they love the party here.
To be fair, they put in a pretty good showing.
Yeah, they've been out Friday night and Saturday night. Both nights they were really putting in a very good effort on the party front.
I think the Mexicans have done pretty well.
Mexicans, also Gert Lush.
Yes.
The Bristolian crew who played Masters this year.
I think it's an absolute disgrace how the Masters are really showing up, like the older teams are showing up the younger teams in the party stakes.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like it was in our day, but I guess that's just, my generation have always ruled the party.
You say your generation. I think I'm a very different generation to you. But I don't come to party tournaments to not party. I mean, that just doesn't make any sense, dog.
No. It's got to be play hard, party hard.
I think that's down, mate. that looks very down. Let's have a look at it. Oh yeah, that's 100% down. So this is an incredible field position. They're doing the sensible thing of setting up a play rather than just getting someone right at the front of the end zone and dropping it in their hands. Isolation at the front of the zone, not getting free, eventually breaking it around. Calls off his teammate, puts the cone back in place. Well managed, very good.
And of course, the beauty of the party prize being a 20-year-old bottle means that the bottle is exactly the same age as this tournament.
Oh yeah, that's not bad. That
these things don't happen by accident, Benji.
Don't they?
No, indeed.
Oh, you actually planned that?
I overthink every little detail of my tournament.
It's the honesty I admire.
And of course, there was the Masters Nationals, which was also well, it was won by the reigning champions, the mild-managed janitors.
This is the second year that we've had UK Masters Nationals as part of Glasgow.
It is, yeah. It's incorporating the two seems to make a lot of sense. I think, in terms of the ethos and the general demographic of the tournament and the kind of players and teams who regulars here.
Oh look, Will forgot about his tomato. What a surprise. I'm amazed that a tomato that's been cooking in a toasty maker for a good 10 minutes now is really hot, Will. What a Ning Nong. So Dobby's army trying to power a fight back now. On a high stall. There is a swing available, but that was boring, so we're going to take the hammer over the top instead. But he gets the wrong trajectory. A thumber would have worked there. I'm telling you, man. Going to try and hammer it over the front line of defenders. Doesn't get enough on it. Oh, yes, he does! What a snag that is. Comes over the top of the defender. Obviously didn't throw his hat off early enough. That was quite a snag. Brings LED just 2 points away from the win.
We're well inside the time limit for the game, so good chance that this will be going to points, and then that'll give both teams a little bit more of a break. A little time to sample some of the fine catering we have on offer this weekend.
I don't think we've had a game on this pitch this weekend that has gone all the way to time limits, actually.
Perhaps we will we'll have to wait for the 3-4 in the final to see that.
Perhaps we will. So I'm sure in the past they've done catering from the venue itself. They've had like a big fry-up available. But it seems like there's a little outside catering company that's coming this time.
In the past it has in fact also been an outside catering company, but it's just a question of whether they use the venue's facilities or not.
Aha.
So, and that has also changed a little bit from year to year depending on the weather conditions. Because obviously I think everyone, prefers to take it outside if the weather is conducive. So, yeah, we've got numerous options, resources at our disposal that we can take advantage of.
Oh my god, that is horrible. Dom, you are a disgusting individual. Eating cold baked beans straight out of the can. Just put them in a sandwich and put them on the toasty maker, mate. That inside is a little bit late, and those can't go up that late because they just get picked off. Oh, nearly got intercepted back the other way, and they're going back to the scubas, and when they work like that, why the hell not? LED just 1 point away with the win now after they let Dobby's army back into it a little bit now. They've regained their form and regained their composure, and just 1 point away from victory.
So, a fine balance you have to find on a Sunday of a tournament where your legs are aching and you may be in a position of superiority, but you've just got to keep playing. You've got to keep playing the same ultimate that you've been playing up to that point. Don't take your foot off the gas.
I mean, the quicker you finish, the more rest time you have, especially where games can be really come at you thick and fast today. And also, the more boozing time you have.
Indeed. And it's often the case with Ultimate that it's about playing smart rather than playing hard, So a couple of well-timed cuts that run hard will actually save you an awful lot of running if those are only half-assed cuts that end up, not getting thrown to, and you end up doing a far greater deal of running.
See, my key when playing in the vertical stack is to let everyone else run around, and then you're just free in the middle of the pitch.
The art of cutting without cutting.
Exactly. Was a wise man who told me that.
Was it Bruce Lee?
No, I've never met Bruce Lee.
I reckon Bruce Lee would be pretty handy on an ultimate pitch there.
Good reflexes.
He could do a 1-inch huck.
I've done those in the past. So after starting right at the back of their own end zone, Dobby's Army use a deep shot to open up space. Now they're trying to get into their own red zone set. A little bit behind, well snagged. Just taking those free resets where available. Oh, there's not a huge window, but they found it. But again, all they need to do is just to punch in one more point, and they've got it wrapped up.
And of course, starting this point in possession.
So if they could chump it from here, that would be like an all-time Glastonbury chumping, pretty much.
Well, maybe that's what the cameras want.
I mean, no comment. Oh, there we are. Update the Tor counter. Is that 9 today now? There we go. Thank you very much, lads.
I think we should definitely try and coordinate so that we've got people up there on that horizon by the Tor. We could spell out YMCA or something, perhaps, you know. Maybe I could do that next year as your way of requesting tunes at the party on the Saturday night.
You have to get a photo of you spelling out in your bodies on the Tor.
A screenshot from the live stream
Of you making your requests.
of you making your request on the horizon up by the Tor.
Or like bring signs on the side of the pitch and just hold them up, like when you walk past play.
We have the technology. No, only this Tor horizon idea. That's the only way I'm working at. I think it would be quite an epic effort, but by no means beyond the capabilities of the average Ultimate team.
I just use it to suggest Sandstorm for 5 hours. Greatest playlist ever.
By cast.
No, by Darude.
Ah.
That might be a foul. What do you think? No, he's got position. It's good. It's good. It's good. He's just clipped him, taking his right out the ankles. Someone called for the super dump. A little hop into the end zone. Dobby's Army call it good, and that's game. LED run out 15-10 winners here at Glastonbury Tor-Nament. Thanks for joining me, Benji and Ed. Thanks for joining us as well today on this stream. Don't go anywhere because in 20 minutes' time we get the Glastonbury bronze medal match.